And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. As we move into Friday morning, aren't you excited?
I'm excited for the weekend. I'm so glad it's Friday.
You got yourself together good this morning being on Friday?
I know. Got my roots done yesterday. Don't it look a lot better than they start?
Because I don't know these things. How long does it take to get your roots done?
It takes a good 2 hours, like from start to finish, because it just takes a while to get all this full. I look like I could have picked up some radio waves because I had foils all in my head.
So you're telling me you're not a natural blonde?
No, I'm not. I'm actually about the color of my eyebrows.
I wouldn't have known that if you hadn't told me.
Yeah, I'm a brown. I'm a brunette.
So how long you been doing that all your life, trying to be blonde?
No, I started going blonde, I guess, a little out of high school. You can tell when I used to cheer up at Scuba, and that's when I kind of started. And I was in the cosmetology program.
Whoa. You were a cheerleader at Scuba?
Yes, I was a cheerleader at Scuba.
Well, see, I didn't know that either.
I was.
You're hiding all this information?
Yeah, I was. I went to the cosmetology program up there, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was small, and it was a lot smaller than it is now.
Scuba's turned in with that football team, and especially after being on television for so many years, it's a different ball game.
Oh, yeah. When I went the first time, because my daughter, I never really went back a whole lot. I don't know why. I would go for the homecoming games every now and then. A lot of us that cheered together would get together sometimes. But my daughter actually cheered a few years back up there, and for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And the football field is just amazing. What they have now, because what
big.
we cheered on was way in the back, and it was an old field in the back, So, yeah. But it's come a long way.
They're building where that football field was some new dormitories, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it is. They tore everything down. It was kind of sad when they tore that down, though. Because we
As
had
a
a lot
kid,
of memories.
we went there.
I was in the homecoming up there, and got to walk out on the field with my dad, and he's passed away now. So, I don't know. It just kind of...
And I'm trying to remember the name, and I went in it 100 times, of the original football barracks, dormitory. Where your building was, where you got a haircut done? It'd be back to your right by where the library was. It was right behind the library.
Okay.
And it had a name.
I can't remember the names of the dormitories.
Yeah, it's gone.
My daughter actually, though, stayed in the one that I stayed in when I was living up there. So...
And if you'd like a little history about Scuba, Mean Bull Sullivan, the toughest coach there ever was. That's back in 1984. Probably, didn't he rank as one of the winningest coaches ever?
Yeah, there's a statue of him out in the new area, the little courtyard area at the new field.
So check it out.
But Coach, I think it was Coach Good, Good, I think was last. But anyway, he was the coach when I was there. And so.
Yep, I didn't know him.
And I think he's passed away since. But
yeah, I seriously didn't know him, but had a lot of lunches up there and had a great time. But a cheerleader, who would have guessed it?
I cheered all through junior high, high school, and then at Scuba.
So
got a scholarship.
So do you know any? You want to do a little cheer for us? You remember any of them?
Go Lions! No.
Coming up, we've got some news stories we're going to tell you, and we'll give you the latest that we know of on the Meridian City Councilman and the issue that's going on there, plus more headlines, and we'll give you your weather next with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Rah, rah, rah. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply has been doing business since 1932, a long time here in Meridian. And of course, they have all types of clothing, from T-shirts to jackets to blue jeans to overalls. They've got it for you, especially with that workwear. Mums and pansies and fruit trees there in the garden center. If you hadn't been by in a while, a lot to choose from in there. Also, when it comes to hunting, as they're getting geared up for this, it's a big push on deer season, because they've got a little bit of everything that you'll need, from the little buddy heaters. They're very warm. You'll like those. To the taking care of your pet. Now, your value pack, that's one of the new dog foods they carry there. And plenty of protein and 20% fat in it. Go by and get yourself a sample of that while they still last. Work boots galore. If you're needing a new pair of work boots, they've got the Georgia work boot, one of the most comfortable boots that you'll ever put on your feet there, along with any of the mud boots that'll take you through the winter and not get your feet wet, along with plenty of deer feeders to choose from the built-in electric guard to gravity fed. They've got those. All the deer attractants that you would need, from the fall acorn power station to the sugar beet crush, those are great. And also all the salt licks. You can get the regular salt licks, or you can get these that are mixed in, the blocks that are molasses. You can get the buck lickers. Those are great. And the apple crush, flavored up. Deer like those. You've got deer cameras, the regular, and also the kind that send it directly to your phone. Flashlights. Don't forget a flashlight. That's one of the handiest things you can keep in your pocket because you never know when you'll need that. Also, when it comes to making sure that you've got all your fields planted, the Buckbuster. Now, that's mixed in seed just like the Southern Buck mix. They're different. This one has a little bit more of the wheat, the forage, the oats, the trophy rape, and the list goes on. They can give you the specifics there at the counter of what you're hunting. Also, all of your regular that you need, your ryegrass, your triple wheat, and also any oats that you may be looking for, along with taking care of those horse and cattle and all of your hogs, anything that you might need to feed your animals, they have at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, including the guns and scopes and ammunition. That's Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Exit 151 right off the interstate is where you'll find them. Great folks, and they'll bend over backwards to help you. They'll be there today and tomorrow on Saturday for whatever needs you may need, because things come up on Saturday morning that you forgot to get during the week. I promise you. As we turn to weather this morning, let's start out with what the National Weather Service tells us. First, let me pull that back up over here. Make sure I got the right one. Today, now the high is not going to get past about 68, so that's what we're looking for. It's going to be cloudy for most of the day, then gradually later on start to see some sunshine peeking through. But the morning hours, and you're going to see a lot of wind. Right now, it's a north wind at 16 miles an hour. It's cutting up out there, gust up to 20 today. So keep that in mind as you plan for what you got to do outside. As we look at hurricane season, there's only a 10% chance on this. There's nothing going on with this. They'll watch it over the next few weeks, up until next week to see what it does, but absolutely not going to do nothing in the next 48 hours. So we're good. Still on hurricane season. As we look at the climate now, what's going to happen next week, we'll get back into highs into the 80s, and then the following week, the last week of October, we'll dip back down. It'll cool again into the 60s and 70s for highs that week. That is great news. Next week, not bad, and the following week, even cooler weather. Time change will be coming about then, that first week of November. As we look at storm predictions, we're looking at parts of Texas, Florida, and the Carolinas for having some possibility of storms today. As a matter of fact, let's pull radar up and take a look at that. As we pull down into the part two, this is going to be in the Corpus Christi area today, and then from Daytona Beach southward across Palm Beach and down through Fort Lauderdale, chances of thunderstorms there. As we back out, there's a small chance up in the northern, well, I went a little too far there. Yeah. Let's just run a little bit slow. Michigan getting a chance of some storms today. Already getting some rain up in Canada in those areas. As we come back down in our area, let's zoom in on radar this morning and take a look at what we've got going on. Rain in northern Mississippi. Now, there is a speckle of rain here in Kemper County here as we look at this. This is Highway 45, about where Porterville is and out to the west of there. Right along in there, about where the Cowboy Church is, getting some showers this morning in Kemper County. Moving closer to, as radar updates, the Chicken Shack there on 45. A little bit there in Knoxville County, up around the Kentucky Fried Chicken, just to the northwest of Sugarlock, Brooksville getting some wet stuff, and I would say probably Mississippi State also getting some light rain this morning. So nothing heavy, but there is some showers up in those areas there. As we back out and look at the rest of the state, looks pretty good. Some stuff around Jackson and to the north of Vicksburg. As we take a closer look at the temperatures this morning, it's 61 right now at Keyfield and Meridian. As you go over to Jackson, let's see what their temperatures are there in Jackson. 57 this morning. As you go up and take a look at, let's see, this is going to be NAS Meridian at 60, and then up in Columbus Air Force Base, 55 this morning. As I said, we've got a 16-mile-an-hour wind this morning. Actually, it's down to, let's see here, Meridian, Mississippi, that Keyfield. Yes, 19 miles an hour out at Keyfield now. So it's gone up a little bit in the last 20 minutes since I started looking at all of this. So 3 miles an hour faster. And that gust is 20. So it's whipping from time to time. So what does the forecast call for today? As I said, it's going to be so much cooler today. Perfect weather, 68 for our high. A steady wind of 10 to 15 and up to gust of 25 miles an hour. And we're seeing that wind right now there at NAS at about 16. Tonight, a clear sky and 43. It's going to be nippy. As we come back tomorrow, it's 73 with 20-mile-an-hour gusts. So if you're planning on deer hunting tomorrow as well, today or tomorrow, it's going to be kind of rough. It's going to be whopping around from time to time there. Tomorrow night, we're back into the 40s with a low of 47. Sunday, our high will reach 81, so that's going to go from 47 at night to 81. It'll be a drastic change there. As we move into going back to work on Monday, it looks like our high is going to be about 83. Still to come, I'll give you that complete 7-day forecast, as I said. But get ready for some 80s next week, and then we'll move back into getting some temperatures in the 60s and 70s the following week. So not bad weather for this time of year. No big rain mentioned at this point. We'll have to get a little bit. We're getting great dews in the morning right now. That's what's great. As we turn to the Piggly Wiggly in Collinsville, Joe Williams, my friend, if you've never shopped with him, or maybe you do, what a great place it is. Family owned, family run, great place, always helping with the community in any way they can. As you go through the store this week, you'll find yellow zucchini and squash for $1.99 a pound. I always pass it on savings. If you're looking for the fresh, that's a tough word to say, fresh celery stalks, $1.29. Stalk. That's a better way to say it. The onions are 69 cents a bunch. If you're needing sweet baby rays, boy, that does taste good. 2 for $3 for that 18-ounce barbecue sauce. You can get the Idaho potatoes, 2 for $4 for that 5-pound bag. As we find the chicken noodle and the cream of mushroom and cream of chicken, that 26-ounce can, 2 for $3 there at the Pig this morning. You can get the self-rising white cornmeal for 99 cents for a 2-pound bag, or the flour 2-pound bag for 99 cents. Of course, that's the Piggly Wiggly brand. Great stuff. The Ritz chips, you can get those for $2.79, along with, if you're going to be doing some cooking this weekend on the grill, the sirloin tip roast, 49 cents a pound, and the steaks at $3.99 a pound. I had those backwards, didn't I? Didn't get it out quite right. But you can get the steaks for $3.99 a pound, along with wieners, great deals on Oscar Mayer, and the drinking water. You can get 3 of those for $8, the spring or purified water pack there. It's great stuff. Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Again, drop in to see Joe. They'll make certainly that you're happy and take care of you. You'll be shopping with some hometown folks right here in the Meridian area. Check those out, and you'll be glad that you did.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
Welcome back with Scotty, Ray, and Candace, as it is Friday morning. And tonight, don't forget, as I mentioned a moment ago, cool weather. It's chilly weather.
I'm ready. I'm ready to put a fire in the fire pit. And
you can do
sit
that
out
tonight.
there. I'm ready. I am so ready.
Well, one of the biggest talking points around the city Meridian right now is Westin Lindman. Did I pronounce his name right?
You did. I'm so proud.
I've been practicing this while that happened. And as you go to his Facebook page, as we pull that up this morning, anybody can go there. It's open to the public, and you can read. Lolo posted something about what's been going on, and listen to it. They even had some supporters show up in front of City Hall. I think 7 folks showed up with signs in support of him. Mm-hmm. And from what I'm reading on his Facebook page, he is safe but still in hiding.
Yeah. And obviously nobody knows where that is. So.
Yeah, not a lot of other things have gone on with it that I'm aware of at this point. But if you're just now hearing all of this stuff, he does think that someone is out to get him, and he has gone into hiding until the mystery is solved, I guess is the word.
Of course, we hope that is not the case.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? We hope that nobody, is in any kind of danger or anything.
Correct.
But
should something happen with that, we'll pass that along. Not many folks have really commented on it. I don't think there is much to say.
You definitely you don't want to dismiss what people say. If they're, in fear of their life or in fear of anything, you don't want to just dismiss it. It needs to be looked into, obviously, but we just hope that everybody stays safe. And
it's just on everybody else without the facts. It's really hard to.
Yeah.
I don't want to make claims that aren't true.
Right.
So that's what we know about that this morning. And, of course, if you've got a comment, we'd love to hear from you on it. Mm-hmm. But he's got some support there, and we wish him luck. Mm-hmm. As we turn to other things that are going on, the guy, and let me pull this up because this is getting testy too, because you heard Trump talk about that. That's not what I was looking for. I'm looking for what am I? There it is. This guy here that was going to do the presidential debate, and they have now learned he has been suspended.
Yeah. He claimed that he had been hacked, and then it turns out that that was a lie.
Yep.
So, yeah, indefinitely suspended.
And so it makes Trump even sound even better that, hey, they were plotting against me. When if he'd have spoke the truth, it might not have been so bad. But
yeah,
because you go back 4 years ago, Hillary got the answers to the question.
Yeah,
and then Fox
I mean, it is
just
like a domino effect, is it not?
It is.
With all this chaos, it's like it's something new every day.
If you'd like to read that story, that's on dailymail.com. If you'd like to read more about it and what they've got to say. And you look at this, here's the next, I don't know if you call it smoking gun. I don't know what they're doing with it at this point, because there's a lot of controversy of where did the computer come from. At first, the guy that owns the computer shop says Hunter dropped it off. Now he's not quite so sure.
He says his eyesight is not, he's really legally blind, is what they said.
That sounds good. Sounds like my cousin Vinny when the old lady was trying to identify the car.
Yeah, and then he is just kind of like just digging himself a hole.
Okay, has he explained how Giuliani got the computer?
I don't know, but this is the guy.
That's a big question.
I was listening to Fox, and I assume that this is the guy who received the computer.
Yes.
Okay, and he says, "I've never done any kind of interviews. I don't know how to do all this. I don't know how to talk to reporters. I think it made him nervous that there was maybe something not so straightforward or straight line going on, and he was involved, in talking about it because he wasn't used to it. So he was kind of digging himself a hole, because he called something a scam, and then the reporter's like, "Oh, a scam," and he's like, "Well, I don't know." And
yeah, he probably needs a spokesman.
Right,
is what he needs.
He probably just needs to zip it until he hires himself a lawyer.
Yeah, if you look at that headline, and if that is true of what the email says, that he got $30 million from a Chinese oil company for introductions only, who could the introductions be?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And of course, they have not, I don't think they have officially validated everything about this. They're not denying that the emails are real. But they hadn't confirmed without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, he did say that there was, without a shadow of a doubt, porn on the computer.
Ruh-roh.
So, he did say there was that.
And then there's that picture of the crack pipe with him sleeping, Hunter himself.
Yeah. That's just, he looks like a real winner, I'm just going to say.
And he dropped out of school, got kicked out of the military, and then makes how many millions of dollars a year from foreign countries?
Yeah.
Something ain't adding up.
Yeah, it's not. And, I understand people wanting to look out for their children, but there is a such thing as he's a grown man, number one.
Yeah.
And you can't cover everything up.
No.
And why would you want to? You're running for the highest office in the nation.
And then the Twitter thing that came and followed after this of freezing accounts that retweeted the story from, is it the New York Post? I believe it was. Everybody's account, the Kaylee girl that is...
McEnany.
Yeah.
Right.
Tough name to say.
I know. And, they froze her account. They blocked her. She couldn't put anything. Twitter's been blocked. And they did say that the Twitter and Facebook people possibly could be questioned. I'm not sure. But,
and I did read that the CEO of Twitter apologized and said it was handled wrong. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. To me, if everything should stay neutral, but obviously somebody's got to, Biden is connected somehow to these news media things.
And then I even saw a headline late yesterday afternoon where CNN claims there's 7 interviews that the senators weren't told about that Amy, what's her name, that's going to be the...
Coney Barrett?
Correct. That they didn't know about. And they're trying to halt it and not vote on it because of that.
Oh.
It's stall tactics is what that is.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to come of that, but wow. In more of a local news thing, this is coming up in our area this weekend. It'll be kicking off tomorrow morning. Ham Jam.
Okay.
Yeah, downtown.
I've never been to that.
You haven't?
No, I've never been to it, but I've always wanted to go.
Downtown Philadelphia tomorrow morning, beginning at 9 a.m. and it'll last through, I think, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah, it says so there on the screen. So if you're up near Philadelphia, they'd love to have you come by and visit with them for a little while.
I have to run up there.
And here's one of those stories where you go, so many people promised this 4 years ago, and they backed out on their word, Candace.
I know. I mean, we could help pack bags.
Correct.
We could, chip in on tickets.
Here's our latest. And he's, from what I understand, he's not even a U.S. citizen. Tommy
Really?
Lee.
Really?
You think he's from Greece.
Oh, he looks greasy.
Yeah, he does. But he says if Trump is reelected, he's moving back home and not coming back.
Well, don't make any promises that you can't keep.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, there was probably 40 people that promised,
I remember all
including
that.
Whoopi.
Yeah, I remember all that. I mean, to me, that's...
Not one person the following day got on a plane.
I know.
So, as you said, don't make promises
That's right.
you can't keep.
That's right.
In some good news, 2 Americans have been released. Trump got 2 hostages that was held in Yemen out. They'd done a trade and got them back home. A third had already passed away. That's awful. We hate that.
Did they? So they. Oh.
Yeah, and that's bad news. They were, I think there a couple. One of them was in there for 2 years, and another one was in there for a year. And
what were they there for? Do we know?
I did.
Okay.
It's
I didn't know if they
probably
were
there,
like,
but I didn't read the entire story.
I didn't know if they were there for church missions or.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Or they could have been there on a job. I'd have to really dig deeper and read more into it. I got a hold of the headline.
Yeah, I remember years ago when a contractor. Remember that?
That's real common.
And that's just scary to me. I mean, it's scary to me when I have a friend. They're talking about going out of the country. And it's going out of the country anywhere right now would just be kind of scary to me.
Especially if you work in the oil industry and you're out there. You're the first, and they do kidnap you for ransom. That's all those movies about all that stuff. That's true. Mm-hmm. Well, a business has fired a bunch of folks for doing the wrong thing. Wells Fargo fired about 100 people that worked for them that abused the COVID rules that they were helping out employees, and they are gone. And I guess they were given assistance and programs, and anyway, they abused it.
Well, they need to be weeding out these people that don't want to go by the rules.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with everything, nowadays? But
so that's the story at Wells Fargo. And here's the next thing. I don't know how you feel about this. When was the last time that you, the consumer, went and bought one of these?
Yeah, let me just tell you, this is the most expensive little piece of equipment here.
Now, this is the iPhone 11. With the case, I had to pay $850 for it.
Yeah, I'm sure mine's an 11 too. So
I had a bunch of used phones. I had the what's the other brand that's up against this?
Samsung.
I had the Samsung when I got out of the hospital, and I broke 3 phones in a month period, and I was down to an iPhone 4, and it wouldn't work. So I was forced to go buy that. That's $850. The brand new one's coming out. What'd you give? Do you remember?
I can't remember,
But it's the same as mine, so it ran about the same price.
Yeah, it would be the same because I have a case too. That's the OtterBox, I think is what it's called. But, my son, the last one that he got before the one he has now, I remember he sat it on the back of somebody's car and forgot it. Just got it. I mean, had just not had it no time. I mean, and sat it on there, and they drove off, and it got busted into a million pieces. And
was it repairable?
No, it was not.
It always happens that way, doesn't it?
And I don't think there was any insurance on it.
Yeah, I didn't have insurance either on mine.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I'm gonna just give you a little piece of advice. If you pay that much for something, get you some insurance on it.
What is it, $5 a month or something like that?
I don't know, but it's worth it because I mean, to pay that much and then it's just gone.
Who would have thought when the old bag phone come out that they would give you, if you got service with them, that it'd turn into this?
Right. But what I'm bad about doing is taking pictures and having like 1,000 pictures on my phone, and I don't get them developed. But I've got this little app the other day that I downloaded, and I'm going to try it. It's called Chatbooks.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Nope.
It is a app where you can send your pictures every month. Just send them to this app, and you pay like $10, and they make you a book, and it's mailed to you. And I've seen one before. I've had one before. It's a little book, and it's got, what do you say, perforated edges or whatever. You can rip the pages out if you want to, but it's just neat. All your pictures are in that book. It's like a
Hey, I
the
got
neatest
a
thing.
free idea. See that little cord I got laying there in front of you?
Yeah.
If you plug that up to your phone, it'll save it to a computer.
Really?
No
Oh my
charge.
gosh.
Free.
Well, but still, it's in a computer. It's not like you can just get it. And because I have a computer full of pictures too.
I see your husband hadn't talked to you very much about wasting money. I see that right now.
Look, that's good. That's good to be able to sit down and just look at them. You know.
$10 a month. That's a
Look, but have you ever gotten
100.
a real picture and tried to blow it up? A real picture. It's not on your phone.
no. I hadn't.
That's how bad the things have gotten now.
You want
Like,
to blow everything up?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to blow it up with my fingers, and it's a paper picture. Okay.
Wait a
Lost
minute.
my mind.
Whoa. I wasn't with you on this. You have taken paper pictures and tried to blow them up?
Yeah, well, you know how we're so used to looking at a picture and you can blow it up with your fingers on a
Yeah,
phone?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I was looking at a regular picture
Yeah,
and blew it up.
That hair color done sunk in after all these years.
But I also have walked up to my house to unlock the door and had my key fob and done that too. So,
Well, my point was the iPhone 12 is coming out, and guess what? It's not going to come with your charger, and you're not getting earbuds with it.
Well,
so
dang.
that's you got to pay extra for all that now.
that's
And that phone's going to cost you about $1,000. It says. So there you go. Think about that.
crazy. Yeah. I wonder if the iPhone 11 earbuds and all that, because, you know, they changed it.
Mine came with it.
Okay, now your earbuds, the end on them that goes with this is like it goes in where the charger goes.
Yeah, I lost that after a week, and I don't know where it went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because used to, they had a separate little spot, and
Sure
you could
did.
use the earbuds on different phones. Well,
Can't
now,
do that no more.
Yeah, now they make it specifically for.
Why? Because they're going to make more money.
Right.
It's all, well, they're just smarter than us, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. There has been an apology made, and I had to really dig to figure out who David Crosby was.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, that's Crosby, Still, and Nash. I couldn't name a single song that they've ever done,
Mm-hmm.
but he has apologized for the meh comment that he made.
Yeah.
He's claiming now that he didn't really realize that Eddie Van Halen had passed away when he said all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he even went on that he was not the greatest guitar player, that Jimi Hendrix was. Slammed him.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to a thing the other day, and they were talking about Eddie Van Halen and Jimi Hendrix, how they both were great guitarists, and that I did not realize that Eddie Van Halen had a run of the guitar playing in a Michael Jackson song.
See, I wouldn't have known that either.
It's I want to say it's "Beat It." I think that's the name of the song. I mean, I know that's a Michael Jackson
And
song.
I also
but,
know Billie Jean.
yeah, but it's like he knocks at the door. But
Yeah.
they said there's several knock at the door song, in these Michael Jackson songs.
Hey, you could
but-
play that on CMT nowadays and think it's country.
Yeah.
I'm really serious with
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I know. I mean,
Could
it doesn't
you-
even seem like country.
Let me
music
ask you, let me
anymore.
put you on the spot. Could you name one Crosby, Still, and Nash song?
No. I mean,
Okay.
if I heard it, I'd probably recognize it, but
I wouldn't even.
I never really. I know it sounds crazy because when people ask me, like you, when everything you ask me, I never know anything because I didn't pay attention to the artist. I just listened to the music. You know what I'm saying?
Did they sing a song about Seven Bridges? Who was that? Okay, I don't know.
I don't know about
but
that.
it was rock, and I'm not
Yeah.
educated in that subject.
Yeah, but I mean, I also can't tell you what streets are in Meridian, but I can drive you down every one of them. Yeah, so
Now, you probably know this next story by now. If you're a Bama fan, you're well aware of this. Nick Saban has tested, and that is misspelled, and it's going to be okay for COVID-19.
he's testive.
Yes,
for
he
COVID.
is. He's tested it. He's been handling his practices by Zoom, taking care of business that
Is he
way.
positive or negative?
He is
'Cause he's
positive.
Testive.
He's testive. Positives. I don't know how you spell that either. But
Okay, well, we definitely hope that he is.
sometimes my
gonna be okay.
little keyboard gets hung there,
Yeah.
and then I don't ever proofread things. I get into trouble.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay.
Anything else you need to say this morning? We appreciate you joining us, and we've had a great time. Thanks for being a part of it. We'll be back, Monday, won't
Right.
we?
Be back Monday, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend and
Yeah.
everybody stays safe and
Enjoy Ham Jam.
and enjoy the cool weather because we don't know how long it's going to be here. It might be summertime next week.
It changes with the wind. We'll be back, and thanks for being a part of it. I'll wrap up and give you a quick look at your forecast, your extended forecast next with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Well, it's mid-October in Mississippi, and yes, we're all still mowing grass, and that goes for Alabama as well, all of our friends there. And Freeman Tractor is there to help you when it comes to picking out a mower. If yours has just had its last leg and not going to make it, they can get you into a skag in no time flat. quick. They've got a new shipment of those, and along with those X marks, they carry that brand as well. Talk to them, let them see them. And if you've got an existing more that needs a little tune up there, they can fix you up as well, get you back on the road, getting those blades and anything that you belts that you may need for your Skag. Maybe you're do-it-yourselfer. When it comes to tractors, they got in new shipments of tractors just the other day, a complete line of that LS. If you're looking for cab and air conditioning and heating as you move into these winter months, they have what you're looking for. Any size, what horsepower you're looking for, you can get these with the front end loaders, the four-wheel drives, from the smaller all the way up to the large. See them, Freeman Tractor. They'll help you pick out the tractor that best suits you. All the implements that you may need. Maybe you're buying a new tractor, need it all. Or if you've got one that's just wore out, you've got the best out of your bush hog, see them. They can tell you about these galvanized ones that will last and last and last. Plenty of implements made out of the galvanized these days. Even the disc, all the way up to these box blades, you can get those as well. Along with your forks, you can get the hay fork, or you can get the regular fork to move things around. That's in galvanized as well. Will last and last and last. It's something else. As you move into the UTVs, which is one of the handiest things, if you own a farm, if you're dealing with trees and things of that nature, or just need something around the house to haul things, these are perfect for that. And Freeman, of course, carries the Benchy. This is the Warrior 1000, 0% for 60 months, and you can get these also with the heater and the air conditioner. Kind of important when that old north wind's howling and it's about 19 degrees outside. It'll make a world of difference to you. See them today, and that's going to be in a few months. You watch me. It'll come. You can get these to $550, or you can step on up to the bigger sizes. They even have racing ones. You can get these with air conditioning, any color that you can imagine, from that desert tan to the white to the camouflage red. They've got those for you. And again, that's going to be at Freeman Tractor. You can drop in and see them there on Highway 494 in Sicalina. Turn right there by the fire department. It'll lead you right to them. Can't miss them. Great folks, and all about saving you some money. Well, as we turn back to the weather this morning, of course, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Again, we're still showing some showers at the present time as we go back over and look at this in Noxubee County this morning. Just a smidge of a shower up by Wahalak there in Kemper County. But as you get up into Noxubee, from Sugarlock on up, all through that area, a little bit of rain. Louisville in these areas starting to see some rain in Winston County. If it's not there at the moment, it'll be coming in just a little bit. We're looking now at 61 out at Keyfield this morning as it comes across. Visibility is 10 miles, and that wind at 19 miles an hour north-northeast. I'm getting tongue twisted this morning for some reason, aren't I? As we pull up to get our extended forecast, we come back over to Meridian and drop that in and pull up our 7-day forecast. As we said, today the high is going to be 68. Tonight, that low 43, nippy there. Tomorrow we hit that 73 mark, again 47, into the 40s for tomorrow night. As we look on to next week, now we're going to be holding steady, as I said, in the 80s all week long, with lows at about 60 at nighttime, and just barely smidges of chances of rain from about Monday on, about a 10% chance. So it's not a real big chance of rain next week. The good news as we look past this is our climate control pointed out that in a week or so we'll get back with our highs being in the 60s and 70s. That'll be that last week of November, of October rather. As we get ready to go into November, we'll be in 60s and 70s during the daytimes. And so that's a lot cooler. You'll like that a whole bunch. So that's a quick look at what we've got going on with the weather this morning. Yesterday, I think we made it all the way to about 83. A little bit cooler today. Yeah, if you hadn't walked outside this morning, it is that wind is it is cutting up 19 miles an hour, and it'll be gusts of up to 25 miles an hour today and tomorrow. So if you've got outside events planned, or you're going deer hunting, bow hunting today or tomorrow, keep that in mind. It's going to be in a tree. It'll be kind of rough taking care of all that. So anyway, I do appreciate you watching this morning. A big thank you to all the folks that help us out each and every day with our forecast. Big thank you to the folks at Eastgate Tire out in Marion there. Drop in to see Matthew. He'll get you fixed up with a set of tires, and also Sanders Gas. They'll help you. If you're looking for generators, I mentioned, they do all of that, take care of you. SMI there on 22nd Avenue, along with Chino. Have you been to Chino's lately and had yourself a great meal? Drop into San Marcos. And, of course, we can't leave out our good folks down at Hooper's on 22nd Avenue. Great folks that help you out. There's lots of folks, as you'll see them in the background there, that pop up that help us out. Visit them, local folks that help you. And, again, thank you. We'll have more, and as always, should weather break out, we'll be here to break in and give it to you street by street as it happens here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thanks again for joining us this morning.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our communities efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by